Andre Iguodala is one of the most versatile and intelligent players the NBA has ever seen. A four-time NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, and All-Star, Iguodala was selected with the 9th overall pick by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2004 NBA Draft. Standing at 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, Iguodala had the perfect blend of size, athleticism, and basketball IQ to excel on both ends of the court. His defensive prowess and ability to guard multiple positions made him a cornerstone player, while his playmaking and high-flying finishes in transition added a spark to any team he played for. While not known as a traditional scorer, Iguodala carved out his legacy with clutch performances, unselfish play, and leadership on the biggest stages. So today I want to go back and look at the 8 NBA players who were drafted before Andre Iguodala in the 2004 NBA Draft. Dwight Howard was drafted with the 1st overall pick by the Orlando Magic directly out of high school. Coming from Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, Howard was a generational talent due to his size, athleticism, and defensive potential. Howard made an immediate impact in Orlando, averaging 12 points and 10 rebounds per game as a rookie, and over the next few seasons, he developed one of the league's most dominant centers, combining elite shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring the paint, and his playful personality and new nickname, the Superman, made him a fan favorite. Howard's tenure in Orlando peaked during the 2008-2009 NBA season when he led the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals, defeating LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Although the Magic lost to the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals, Howard's dominance will never be forgotten by the Orlando fan base, and by the end of his time in Orlando, Howard had cemented himself one of the greatest defensive players in NBA history. However, his relationship with the Magic soured due to disagreements with management and head coach Stan Van Gundy, which ended in a trade request. And in a blockbuster trade in 2012, Howard joined the Los Angeles Lakers, forming a star-studded lineup alongside Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Pau Gasol. Expectations were sky high, but injuries and chemistry issues derailed the season, and Howard, dealing with a back injury, was not at his physical peak and clashed with Bryant over leadership styles, and the Lakers were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, which led Howard to leave the team in free agency. Howard then signed with the Houston Rockets in 2013, teaming up with James Harden, and in Houston, he returned with all-star form, helping the Rockets reach their Western Conference Finals in 2015. However, over time, Howard's role diminished as the team shifted toward a perimeter-oriented offense centered around James Harden, which caused him to leave the Rockets in 2016. And from 2016 to 2019, Howard played for several different teams, including the Atlanta Hawks, Charlotte Hornets, and Washington Wizards. While he continued to produce solid numbers, his roles and reputation shifted. Howard's fit with modern NBA offenses with emphasized floor spacing and three-point shooting caused his role to shift. Howard then returned to the Lakers in 2019, accepting a reduced role as a backup center. And in this new role, he focused on defense, rebounding, and energy, helping the Lakers win the 2020 NBA championship in the NBA bubble. And that season ended up being a redemption story for Howard, who silenced critics and proved he could contribute to a winning team. Howard then had stints with the Philadelphia 76ers and a third stint with the Lakers before eventually leaving the NBA. And in 2022, he signed with a team in Taiwan, where he became a dominant player and embraced his role as a global ambassador for basketball. Howard finished his career with 8 All-Star selections, 5 All-NBA first-team selections, 3 Defensive Player of the Years, and a one-time NBA champion. Emeka Okafor was selected with the 2nd overall pick by the Charlotte Bobcats. Okafor might not be a name that headlines NBA history, but his journey in the league is a story of resilience, consistency, and a never-give-up attitude. From dominating the college scene to making an inspiring NBA comeback, Okafor's career deserves a spotlight. During his rookie season, Okafor averaged an impressive 15 points and 11 rebounds per game, earning himself the NBA's Rookie of the Year award. He quickly became the backbone of the Bobcats' defense and consistent double-double machine. Okafor spent 5 seasons in Charlotte before being traded to New Orleans Hornets in 2009, and in his prime, he was a reliable presence in the paint, averaging a double-double in 5 of his first 6 seasons. While he wasn't a flashy scorer, his defensive impact made him invaluable to his teams. However, injuries began to take a toll on his career, particularly a neck injury that sidelined him for the entire 2013-14 season and the following season. Most players would have called it quits after missing years of action, but not Okafor. In 2018, after nearly a 5-year hiatus, he made an incredible comeback with the New Orleans Pelicans, playing in a handful of games. And after his NBA career, Okafor continued to pursue professional basketball opportunities internationally. Ben Gordon was selected with the 3rd overall pick by the Chicago Bulls. And as a rookie, he made an immediate impact, averaging 15 points per game and winning the NBA 6th Man of the Year award, the first rookie in league history to do so. He played a crucial role in leading the Bulls to their first playoff appearance since the Michael Jordan era. And during his 5 seasons in Chicago, Gordon became known as one of the league's best perimeter scorers, and he particularly effective in late game situations, earning a reputation as a clutch performer. In the 2019 playoffs, he had a standout series against the Boston Celtics, averaging an impressive 24.3 points per game in one of the most memorable first-round matchups in NBA history. And that performance earned Gordon a 5-year, $55 million deal with the Detroit Pistons in 2009. While he continued to showcase his scoring ability, his production dipped compared to his Chicago years, and injuries and a rebuilding Pistons roster limited his impact during his time, which led him to be traded to the Charlotte Bobcats, where he served as a veteran presence on a young team. And after 2 seasons in Charlotte, he finished his last season for the Orlando Magic in the 2014-15 season. Gordon ended his career averaging 15 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game, and Gordon remains remembered as one of the NBA's most lethal scorers off the bench and a fan favorite for his electrifying performances, especially in big moments. And before we continue with the video, I'm currently at 775 subscribers and have a goal to reach 1,000 by the end of January. So if you could take a second to hit that subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Now back to the video. Shaun Livingston was selected with the 4th overall pick by the Los Angeles Clippers. Livingston was a basketball phenom out of Illinois. Standing at 6'7" with elite court vision and ball handling skills, he was a rare point guard prospect. And instead of attending college, Livingston declared for the NBA draft straight out of high school. Scouts envisioned him as a future star due to his unique blend of size, skill, and basketball IQ. Livingston's first few seasons with the Clippers showed flashes of an immense potential. He averaged 9.3 points and 5.1 assists per game during the 2006-2007 NBA season, displaying his ability to control the game with poise and creativity. However, his star trajectory took a turn on February 26, 2007. During a fast break, he suffered a catastrophic knee injury, tearing his ACL, PCL, and MCL, while also dislocating his kneecap and severely damaging other ligaments. The injury was so severe that the doctors considered amputation as a possibility, and many doubted he would ever play basketball again. Livingston spent over a year rehabilitating and working tirelessly to return to the NBA, and his journey back was very difficult, and he became a journeyman in the league, playing for several teams including the Miami Heat, Oklahoma City Thunder, Washington Wizards, Charlotte Bobcats, Milwaukee Bucks, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, Livingston's persistence paid off when he signed with the Brooklyn Nets for the 2013-14 season, where he played a key role as a backup point guard. His performance earned him a contract with the Golden State Warriors in 2014, making the beginning of the most successful chapter of his NBA career. And with the Warriors, Livingston became an integral part of their dynasty, serving as a reliable and steady presence off the bench, and his ability to operate in the mid-range, post up smaller guards, and provide veteran leadership made him a perfect fit for the Warriors system. Livingston helped Golden State win 3 NBA championships in 2015, 17, and 2018, and appeared in 5 consecutive NBA finals. Livingston's story is celebrated as one of the most remarkable comebacks in sports history. Devin Harris was selected with the 5th overall pick by the Washington Wizards, but was traded to the Dallas Mavericks on draft night. As a rookie, Harris primarily came off the bench, learning behind veteran guards like Jason Terry. His quickness, defensive energy, and ability to push the pace stood out early on. During his rookie season, Harris averaged 5.7 points, 2.2 assists, and 1 steal a game. Harris's role expanded in the following seasons, and by his 3rd year, he became a regular starter and contributed significantly to Dallas' success. That season, he averaged 10 points, 3.7 assists, 2.5 rebounds, and just 27 minutes per game, helping the Mavericks secure the NBA's best regular season record at 67-15. But then after that season, he was traded to the Jersey Nets in February of 2008, where Harris has experienced a breakout year. And after being traded to the Jersey Nets in February of 2008, Harris experienced his breakout. And during his first full year with the Jersey Nets, Harris averaged 21 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and just under 2 steals per game. That year, Harris earned his first and only All-Star selection, cementing his status as one of the league's top point guards. After some successful years with the Nets, Harris rejoined the Mavericks in 2013, where he embraced a reduced role as a backup point guard and occasional starter. His experience and basketball IQ were invaluable to the team's second unit, where he became a steady presence off the bench, contributing as a playmaker, perimeter defender, and a scorer when needed. However, in February 2018, Harris was traded from the Mavericks once again, and this time to the Denver Nuggets as part of a 3-team deal. While his time in Denver was brief, he provided veteran leadership to a young Nuggets team on the rise. Harris then returned to the Mavericks for 2018-19 season, marking his 3rd stint with the team. In what would be his final season, he continued to play a supporting role, averaging modest numbers but making an impact with his leadership and professionalism. Childress was selected with the 6th overall pick by the Atlanta Hawks. He made an immediate impact with the Atlanta Hawks, showcasing his ability to score, rebound, and defend. During his rookie season, he averaged 10 points and 6 rebounds per game, earning a spot on the All-NBA Rookie second team. In over 4 years in Atlanta, he consistently contributed as a versatile forward, averaging double-digit points each year and becoming a key part of the team's rotation. However, in 2008, he made headlines when he signed a lucrative 3-year contract with a team in Greece, and the deal was reportedly worth $32.5 million, which is one of the largest for an American player in Europe at the time. This decision was groundbreaking as it demonstrated that top-tier NBA players could explore opportunities overseas for better financial terms and playing conditions. His move paved the way for other players to consider Europe as a viable alternative to the NBA. And after 2 seasons in Greece where he experienced success and helped the team reach the EuroLeague Final Four, he returned to the NBA, signing with the Phoenix Suns in 2010. However, his role in Phoenix was limited. In over 2 seasons, he struggled to find consistent minutes and was eventually waived. He later had brief stints with the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. However, injuries and limited opportunities hindered his ability to make a significant impact during this period. And after his NBA tenure, back to play professional overseas, playing in leagues in Australia and Japan. Luol Deng was selected with the 7th overall pick by the Phoenix Suns, but was traded to Chicago Bulls on draft night. Deng quickly became a cornerstone for the Bulls, known for his defensive tendencies, scoring ability, and work ethic. He averaged just under 12 points per game in his rookie season and steadily improved, becoming a key contributor to the team's resurgence in the late 2000s. And in the 2006-2007 season, Deng had a breakout year, averaging 18.8 points and 7.1 rebounds per game. His consistent performance earned him a recognition as one of the league's top small forwards. And under head coach Tom Thibodeau, Deng became an integral part of the Chicago's defensive identity. He earned back-to-back All-Star selection in 2012-2013 and was named to the NBA All-Defensive Team in 2012. And during his tenure in Chicago, Deng was often tasked with guarding the opponent's best player, while also being a reliable scorer, particularly in mid-range and transition situations. However, in January 2014, Deng was traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and his stint in Cleveland was brief. He then signed with the Miami Heat during that offseason. With Miami, Deng continued to be a steady veteran presence, averaging double-digit points and providing leadership during a transitional period for the franchise after LeBron James' departure. And in 2016, Deng signed a lucrative 4-year contract with the Los Angeles Lakers worth $72 million, and this contract would be known as one of the worst in the NBA at the time because his role diminished as the team prioritized developing young talents and injuries began to take a toll on Deng. He played sparingly during his time with the Lakers and was eventually waived via the stretch provision in 2018. Deng finished his NBA career with a brief stint on the Minnesota Timberwolves during the 2018-19 season, reuniting with former Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and teammates like Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose. Deng finally retired in 2019, signing a 1-day contract with the Chicago Bulls to officially end his career with the team where he spent most of his prime. Off the court, Deng has been a humanitarian leader, using his platform to advocate for refugees, supporting communities in South Sudan and beyond, and his impact extends far beyond basketball, cementing his legacy as both an athlete and a global ambassador for positive change. Rafael Araujo was selected with the 8th overall pick by the Toronto Raptors. During his time with the Raptors was underwhelming. Despite being given opportunities to play significant minutes as a rookie, he struggled to adapt to the speed and athleticism of the NBA. During his rookie season, he averaged just 3.3 points and 3.1 rebounds per game, while playing just under 13 minutes per contest. He lacked offensive versatility, and difficulty defending quicker players limited his effectiveness. And in his second season, his role diminished even further, and his production remained modest. The pressure of being a lottery pick combined with the Raptors' struggles during that era led to the criticism of the draft selection. In 2006, he was traded to the Utah Jazz, and returning to Utah where he had played college basketball, he hoped for a fresh start. However, his role with the Jazz was limited, and he appeared in just 28 games during the 2006-2007 season, averaging just 2.6 points and 2.4 rebounds per game. And after a stint with the Jazz, he did not receive another NBA contract, and his NBA career only lasted 3 seasons. Following his NBA career, he played professional overseas, including stints in Brazil and other international leagues. He found more success in these settings where his style of play was better suited to his skill set. And with the 9th overall pick, the Philadelphia 76ers selected Andre Iguodala, and the rest was history.